Hello students, welcome back to the maths class. In the last class, we have learnt how to define the set, how we can organize the particular element in a well-defined form. Now, today we shall start the representation of set. Means, suppose if a set I have given, then how I can present into two different forms. So let us see the representation of set by two methods. One is roster method and second one is set builder method. Okay, or we can say set builder form. So first of all, we shall see a roster method. So in the roster method, see what is the definition given to us. In this, they are saying roster method is also called as tabulation method also. But normally, the name we use as a roster method. Under this method, we list all the member of the set with the brackets, curly brackets. Means we shall write down all the elements under the curly bracket. Okay, and separate them by commas. Means suppose if I say any particular elements are given to me, so when I am writing the elements over there, all the elements I will separate by commas. For example, let us see the example here. Example, they are saying set of all factors of 24. Means we know that what are the factors of 24, the numbers who can divide 24. Okay, for example, 1 is a factor of 24, 2, 3, 8, 6, 12, they all are the factors of 24 including 24 itself, right? So we can list out all the elements over here in the curly bracket, as you can see the curly bracket here, and we are separating them by commas. Okay, one more thing here, they are saying the order in which the element are listed is immaterial. Means for example, tomorrow if I write down 2 first and 1 afterwards, or 12 first and 6 afterwards, so the sequence of writing this element is not important. You can change the sequence of the element also. However, here we have taken care that we are writing the elements in the increasing order, so the no elements would be left out. Okay, so here sequence can be different also, and when we are listing all the elements over here, then this method is called as the roster form. Similarly, the second method is given here, set builder form. So set builder form, what they are saying here, under this method of describing a set, we list the property. Here, instead of listing each and every element, we list the property or properties. Maybe some more properties can be involved over there, satisfied by all the element of the set. For example, suppose if I have given this set over here. So see here all the elements I am listing over here, right? So this method is called as the roster form. While as now this one you observe, a is equal to x such that, this colon sign we shall read as such that, x such that means the element x is the representative of all the element of set A. Okay, and what is the value of x, how it is defined, it is written after the colon symbol. So x is a natural number. So if x is a natural number, it will start with 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. But we need to give some limitation also to the value of x. So if we don't write down any limitation, then it will go up till infinite. The second condition they have involved here, the value of x is less than 8. Means you can take the natural number from 1, but it can't go 8 or more than 8. It will remain below 8. So below 8, which numbers will come? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So that elements are only coming which I have written already in the roster form. So see, roster form we are listing out all the elements, while in set builder form we define all the elements with the help of properties. So this particular form is called as the set builder form. Now each form have their own importance. What is the importance over there? Suppose if we have the limited number of elements, and if we want a view of each and every element to be listed out, in that case roster form is possible. However, we should write down the elements of the set normally in the roster form only, because we can come to know each and every element of the set. Okay, but sometimes we have some limitation and we can't write down all the element of the set in the roster form. In that case, we take a help of set builder form. For example, suppose I say I have a set B over here. In this set, if I say set of all even integers. Okay, so in this set you observe we cannot write down all the elements over here. Okay, so if I want to write down all the even integers, how I can express now this way of writing in the language form we will not use, because in the introduction I have used b is equal to set of all even integers, but now we need to use this particular format only. Okay, so we need to describe it in a proper manner. How I can describe here? See, b is equal to curly bracket x such that in place of x you can take any alphabet. Okay, x such that x is equal to 2n. The value of n I am defining here, n belong to the set of natural number. Now see, when I take the value of n as a set of natural number, I will take the least possible value of n as 1. So if I put n is equal to 1, the value of x is 2. If I put n is equal to 2, the value of x is 4, and so on. It will go up till infinite, because there is no limitation I have given for the upper value as it was given in the earlier example. Here the limitation we have given x is less than 8, but here we are not giving any limitation. So it is not possible to express in a meaningful form, and sometimes it is not feasible for us to write down the given set in the form of roster form, that you will experience with the help of different questions given to us. So okay, so both the forms have their own importance. The difference I can create right now, the set builder form we can use only in that case when the number of elements are uncountable. Uncountable means I can say they are infinite, or we are not able to count how many elements are there. Okay, or and hence we cannot list out all sorry, and we cannot list out all the elements. Okay, so in all such cases we write down the set builder form, while as in the roster form, when we have limited number of elements and we want to see all the elements at one place, in that case definitely we shall use the roster form. Okay, so let's start the question over here. Last time we have covered only question number 1 of the first exercise. Now I am taking the second question onwards. Today we shall cover up 3 to 4 questions more minimum. Okay, as I told you last time, gradually we shall improve the time and the number of questions. Okay, so let us start second question onwards. First question already I have covered on that day. We are starting from the second question. Let us see what is given to us. Let A be the set of all even whole number. Even whole number. Now see, here difference is there. Whole number starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Okay, and in that I required only even numbers. So remember students, 0 is also supposed to be even number. You will ask how 0 can be even number. Remember, the number who is divisible by 2 is called as even number. So 2 divided by 2, 1. Okay, 4 divided by 2, that is 2. So similarly, if a number is divisible by 2, we can say it is an even number, and 0 divided by 2 comes equal to 0. So we can say 0 is a even number. So here, if I try to list out the elements of set A, then what will be the elements of set A I can write down here. Okay, they are asking the elements of set A in the roster form. So roster form means I will list out all the elements. I will start with 0 and I will say here, yes, 0 is a even number. Then after 0 who is coming here? 2. After 2 it is coming 4. Then 6 and then 8. We will go up till 8 because they are saying less than 10 the numbers are required. They did not say less than or equal to 10. Less than or equal to, if they are saying, we shall include 10 also. Otherwise we'll take till 8 only. Now in the part number B, they are saying fill in the blanks with the appropriate symbol of belongs to or not belongs to. I think this symbol you remember in the first session I have explained you what is the meaning of belongs to and not belongs to symbol. For example, you observe 0 is an element of the set A. So I can say 0 belongs to set A. But 5 is not an element of the set A. So 5 does not belong to set A. Okay. So see how I can put the symbol here. 0 and A is given. So we know that 0 is an element of set A. Symbol will come of belongs to. 10 is not an element of set A. So it will come 10 does not belong to set A. Similarly, 3 does not belong to set A and 6 belong to set A, right? So these are the symbols we shall put up over here. Now, similarly, let us see the question number third. So in the third question, what we have given? Yes, question number third. See, in the third question they are saying write the following sets in the roster form. Okay, roster form means we have given that the set in the set builder form and we have to convert them into roster form. Similarly, next question will come in that it would be given to us roster form and we have to convert into set builder form. So let us see how we can convert them into roster form. Roster form means we have to list out all the elements of the given set. Okay. So see the first question. In the first question, set A we have given here. They are saying x is a natural number. Okay. X is a natural number means it will start with 1, 2, 3, 4 dash 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 up till infinite. But here one more condition we have given. The value of x is more than or equal to 30 but less than 36 means the value of x will start with 30. So first element will come here 30 because more than and equal to this set. Okay, see the difference of the symbol. Here symbol difference is more than or equal to, but here less than this set. So 30, then second one is 31, then 32, 33, okay, 34 and then 35. 36, why it will not come? Because this set the value should be less than or equal to, sorry, less than 36. They did not say less than or equal to 36. So we shall take the value up till 35 only. Similarly, let us see the set number B. In the set number B, what they are saying? They are saying here x is an integer, means we can't take the decimal value, and the value of x is lying from -4 to +6. Okay, don't be confused from 4 to 6, otherwise you will write down only 5. It is -4 to +6. So suppose if I draw a number line over here, if I show you onto the number line, to see here in the number line I can say middle value is 0. At the end of the number line I am closing with 6. Okay, and here I can say it is coming -4. So observe, after -4 who will come? -3 will come. Then after -3 who will come? Minus of 2 will come. Then 1, minus of 1, 0. Then here it will come 1, then 2, and it will go up till 6. Okay, so here they are saying the value should be more than -4 but lesser than 6. Okay, so more than -4 means which value we shall start from here? Minus of 3. So we shall start with minus of 3 and we shall go up till 5. Okay, because 6 is not possible, we shall take the value lesser than 6. So here my answer will be minus of 3, minus of 2. Remember, you have to list out all the elements. -1, 0, 1, then 2, 3, 4, and then last value will be here 5. Right, students? So this question gets over because we have listed out all the elements. Now similarly, let us see the part number third. In the third part, what they are saying, x is a two-digit number such that sum of the digit is 9. Means we have to take the unit place and tens place in such a way the digit sum gives us 9. So suppose if I list out all the elements one by one. So if I take the value of c is equal to, first I have taken 18. Okay, tell me 1 and 8. If you add 9 comes, right? I can write down 81 also, okay, because 18 and 81 are two different elements. Similarly, if I take 72 and then 27, this is also equal to 9 sum, okay. If I take 36 and then 63, this will be also equal to 9. Then similarly, if I take 45 and then 54, okay, and then if I take the value increase, then again same number of elements will come. One more element is remaining here, that is 90. See, they didn't say about the digit, they are natural, they are whole numbers, so we can take any digit over here, there is no foundation. So 90 could be taken, but if I reverse 90, it will become 09. Okay, some will be 9, don't worry, but the number will not remain of 2 digit. Okay, so 09 could not be possible. So according to me, these are the values required. Similarly, let us see the part number D. In the part number D, what they are saying, x is an integer and the value of x square less than or equal to 9. Integer can be positive, can be negative. Means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dash, 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 minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, again goes up to infinite. They all will be integer. Now we have to pick up those integers whose square is coming either lesser than 9 or equal to 9. So see, I am taking one by one all the elements. You check whether the values are correct or not. So D is equal to, first element I am taking here 0. Square of 0 is equal to 0, which is lesser than 9. Similarly, if I take here 1, the square of 1 is again 1, which is less than 9. Minus 1, that is also possible. Then 2, minus of 2, similarly 3, and then minus of 3, because we can go when the square is up till 9, but more than 9 is not possible. Therefore 4 and minus 4 will not be part of the element of set D. Now similarly, part number 5 we can see now. In the part number 5, they are saying x is a prime number which is divisor of 42. Means that prime number you have to include who can divide 42. So let us see. First of all, see, I will take only that prime numbers which are divisible, sorry, which can divide 42. First of all, if I write down all the numbers who can divide 42, out of that we can pick up those who are the prime numbers. Okay, so suppose if I write down all those numbers who can divide 42. So first number is 1, second number is 2, then 3. Okay, after 3 I think it will come 6, then 7, right? After 7 who can come? I think directly 14 will come, then 21, and then directly 42. I think these are those numbers who can divide 42. Okay, so out of these numbers who are prime? So observe 2, 1, then 3, and then 7. 2, 3, and 7, these three numbers we can say they are prime, as well as they can divide 42. Okay, so this is your answer of part number 5. Now similarly, let us see the part number 6. In the part number 6, one new thing we shall learn, how we can describe the element from the word we have given here. They are saying X is a letter of the word mathematics. Okay, so see, in mathematics many letters are there, M, A, T, है ना? So many letters are given to us. We need to write down all the letters one by one, because each and every letter over here is the element of the set F. But we need to remember one thing, we cannot repeat the letter over here. For example, M I have written here, then M I will not repeat again. Okay, however, M may be appearing in the whole word more than one time, but here I will write down M only one time. Then similarly, second letter is here A, third letter is here T, then H, then E, okay, then again C, M is coming, which is already mentioned. Okay, A already mentioned, P is already mentioned, then remaining is here I, and then C, and then S. Okay, so this is your answer. So from any word you can write down the letters over there which includes in the word, but don't repeat any letter. So this is the answer of part number 6. Now let us come back to the part number 7. X is a prime number between 80 and 100 because the value of X is given here, which is more than 80 and less than 100. Okay, so first of all we shall list out all the elements. G is equal to C. If I write down some elements over here, 81, 82, 83. Okay, if I start writing all the elements, I will show you till 90. Okay, so once you can check 85, then 86, 87, 88, 89, and then last one is 90. 90 I am leaving because 90 is an even number. First of all, check 81 to 90. Okay, 81 is divisible by 3, so this is not possible. 82 even number, all the even numbers I will cancel. Okay, even numbers not possible here. Then out of this odd numbers, 83 is divisible by another number? No. So this is our first probable answer. 85 is divisible by 17 as well as 5. 87 is divisible by 3. Okay, then 89 is also not divisible by any other number. So our first entry will be here 83, which is a prime number between 80 and 100. Then second one is 89. Now listen it orally. Okay, suppose if I write down from here 91. See, even numbers I am not taking because all even numbers will not be prime except 2. So 95, 97 and then 99. Right? Now 91 is divisible by 7 as well as 13. 95 divisible by 5. 99 divisible by 3. 93 is divisible by 3. So only remain here 97. So this is your answer of part number 7. Let us see part number 8. X is a perfect square and the value of X is less than 50. So first of all, we shall list out the perfect square. Okay. X is a perfect square. So who can be there? Perfect square. So first of all, it will come 1. Okay. Second one is 4. Then 9, 16, 25, 36. And the last one is here 49. Right? Because we cannot go more than 50. So this is the answer of part number 8. Now let us see the part number 9. I think this is the second last part over here. So part number 9, see, we have given that one quadratic equation, and when we shall solve the quadratic equation and find out the root of this quadratic equation, means the value of x, if I find out that values of x, two values will be the element of set J, because x belong to R, x is in real number, here R stands for real number, and the value of x I can find out with the help of this equation. So see how we can find out this value. First of all, if I write down the equation x square plus x minus 12. So I require two numbers whose multiplication should be minus of 12 and addition should be plus 1, because middle number is having the coefficient plus 1. So I can write down this equation as x square plus 4x minus 3x and then minus 12. 4 into minus of 3 will be equal to minus of 12 and 4 minus 3 will be equal to 1. So now x, if I take common from the first two terms, remaining is x plus 4, and similarly minus of 3 if I take common, it will remain again x plus 4. So we can say that here two factors I got. One is x plus 4 is equal to 0, x plus 4 and then x minus 3. Right? Now if I equate both of them equal to 0, so the first value of x I will get here minus of 4 comma 3, and both are real numbers. So we can say that therefore the set J is equal to -4 comma 3. Right? Now let us see the last part of this type. They are saying x is a multiple of 5 and the value of x square should be less than 400. Means you write down the value of x, and if we make a square of it, then the value will come lesser than 400. Okay, so see, multiple of 5 means I will write down first value is 5 only, because 5 itself is a multiple of 5, right? And square of 5 will be equal to 25, which is less than 400. Similarly, second value I will write down here 10, third value I will write down here 15. Now suppose if I write down 20, so 20 is a multiple of 5, that is right, but if you make a square of 20, it will be equal to 400, and then second condition would not be satisfied. So this is your answer of the part number 10. Only these three elements are multiple of 5 as well as their square is lesser than 400. Okay. So I hope it is clear to you how we can convert a set builder form to the roster form. Now exactly opposite question we shall see now, where the roster form we have given and we have to convert them into set builder form, which will be little difficult for us, because set builder form, when we want to convert, in that case we need to search a property and then we need to bind all the elements according to that property. We have to check several times whether all the elements are following that property or not. Okay, so let us see the next question. Yes, next question is given here. List all the elements of each of the sets given below. Okay, sorry, here again we have given that set build sorry, set builder form only. So I think question number 5 they are saying for the, yes, question number 5, students, you can see in this we have given that roster form and we have to convert them into set builder form. Okay, so before that quickly we can finish a question number 4. So see, here also the same job need to be done. We have given that the set in the form of set builder form and we have to convert them into roster form, because set builder form is given. So if I want to list out all the elements, means I am converting into roster form only. So let us solve one more question like this. First of all, see the question number 4, first part. The value of x is given here 2n and the value of n belong to the set of natural number, means value of n can be here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. But the upper limit of n is given here less than or equal to 5, means value of n cannot be taken more than 5. Now see, if I take the value of n is equal to 1, what can be the first element? If you take n is equal to 1, so 2 into 1 will be equal to 2. Similarly, if you take n is equal to 2, so 2 into 2 will be equal to 4. I am keeping the value of n in 2n. Okay, n is equal to 3, it will become 6, then 8, and then last one it will be 10. Right, because we cannot go more than 5. Similarly, let us see the part number B over here. In the part number B, they are saying the value of x is 2n plus 1 and n will be here less than 5. Remember, n will be less than 5 means it cannot go more than 5. And second thing we have given that n belongs to the whole number, means the value of n will start from here 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. We cannot go more than 4. So suppose if I take n is equal to 0, so 2 into 0, that is 0, 0 plus 1, first value is 1. Now I am putting n equal to 1 in 2n plus 1. So if I put n is equal to 1, so 2 into 1, that is 2 plus 1, it will be equal to 3. Similarly, if I put 2, so this will be 5. If I put 4, so it will be 9. Right, and these are the values over here. Did I make any mistake? First one is 2 into 0 plus 1, 2 into 2 4 plus 1 5. I think here some mistake is done. Let us rectify it. Once again we can find out. Yes, once again we can solve. So second value is 2 into 1. 2 into 1 plus 1. So that is 3, correct. Then 2 into 2, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 2 into 3 plus 1, that is 7. And 2 into 4 plus 1, that is 9. 1 7 I forgot in between over there. Right? Let us see the part number third. In the part number third, what they are saying, the value of x is given here 1 upon n. N belong to the set of natural number and the value of n will be lesser than 6. Now since you understood the point, I will go little quickly. Okay, c will be equal to, I take the value of n is equal to 1. So if I take the value of n is equal to 1, that will be 1 upon 1, means it will be equal to 1. Then 1 upon 2, second value. Okay, third value it will be 1 upon 3. Similarly 1 upon 4 and the last value will be 1 upon 5 because 6 we cannot take it. Similarly, see the part number D. In the part number D, they are saying the value of x is equal to n square and n should be the set of natural number. Value of n lie from 2 to 5. So I will take the value 2, 3, 4 and 5 because here n is given more than or equal to 2, less than or equal to 5. Now suppose if I take 2, the square of 2 will be here 4, square of 3 will be here 9, square of 4 that will be 16 and last value will be 25. Okay. Similarly, let us see the next one, part number 5th. In the part number 5th, they are saying x belong to z. Remember, z means here set of all integers. Okay. So remember, z means set of integers. So I think last year also some questions, chapter number 1 we have seen. So z, what exactly mean over there? So z will be the set of integers. Now set of integers means we can take positive as well as negative integers. So we need to find out those elements over here whose square is equal to themselves. Means if you square them, it will come equal to that element only. So I think first element is 0 because you see square of 0 will be equal to 0 itself. Okay. Second value will be here square of 1 will be equal to 1. Observe here 1 and here also 1. It is coming same. We can't take minus 1. Minus 1 square will be equal to 1 but minus 1 and 1 will not be equal. So here two elements will come 0, 1. Their square will be equal to themselves. Similarly, part number 6. In that they are saying x belong to the set of integers and the value of x is more than minus 1 by 2 means minus 0.5 but lesser than 13 by 2 means 6.5. So again I will show you on the number line how these values are taken. Suppose if I take one number line here, in the middle of that if I take 0, here it will come minus 1. Okay, so definitely in the middle of that it will come minus 0.5. From this value we are going to start, then 1, then 2 and similarly we shall go up till 6 and then next value will be 7. So in the middle of 6 and 7 it will go up till 6.5. So we require a value which is more than minus of 0.5 and less than 6.5. So between these two values which integers are coming? See, after minus of 0.5 first integer I get here, that is 0. Okay, then after 0 is coming here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the last one is here 6. Okay, so these are the elements which are coming in this particular set. Now let us see the next second last part and then one more part is remaining. So here part number 7, what they are saying, x such that x is equal to 1 upon 2n minus 1. So value of n will belong to n only and value of n they are taking from 1 to 5. Okay, less than or equal to given to us. So first, if I take n is equal to 1, now do it orally. Okay, so first g value will be equal to, if I take the value of n is equal to 1 here, 2 into n minus 1. So 2 into 1, 2, 2 minus 1, 1. So 1 upon 1 will be equal to 1 only. Similarly, if I take 2, so 2 to the 4 minus 1. So I will get the second value as 1 upon 3. Now if I take 3, so 3 to the 6 minus 1. So that will be 1 upon 5. Okay, then if I take n is equal to 4, so that will be 1 upon 7, and similarly if I take 5, so that will be 1 upon 9. Okay, so till 5 only it is permitted in the question. So this is the answer of part number 7. Now let us discuss quickly the last part number 8. Okay, in this set we have given x belong to z, means set of integer, and the mod value of x less than or equal to 2, means we have to find out those integer whose mod value is lesser than or equal to 2. I think the mod value, it is clear to you or not. Let us discuss once again. For example, if I talk about the mod value of 1, okay, mod means we say it is modulus. Under the two vertical line, when I write down any element, I say I am finding the mod value. So mod value of 1 will be equal to 1. But if I talk about the mod value of minus 1, it will be equal to plus 1. Okay, so mod exactly what it does, it makes the negative value to the positive ones. If the value is already positive, it will keep it same only. What is the use of this mod value? See, sometime we are finding the length, we are finding the distance, okay, or we are finding the area. In that case, if our answer comes negative, we can say that the distance length could not be negative and we make it positive over there. So here in the values also, sorry, in the functions also some values can come negative. So to protect them from the negative values and to keep them always positive, we take the modulus symbol. Okay, so here modulus symbol will work as a negative value to the positive value. Now we shall think of which integers are there whose mod value is less than or equal to 2. So see, two values already I written here. Mod of 1 is equal to 1 and mod of minus 1 is also equal to 1. So my first two values will be here 1 comma minus 1, because its values are coming under 2. Then I can take here 0 also, because 0 is an integer and mod of 0 will be equal to 0. Then I can take two more values here, 2 and minus of 2. 2 and minus of 2 is also giving us the value equal to 2, and we can take the value still 2 over here. So this is the answer of last part. Now let us see the question number 5. Okay, now see in the fifth question what we have given. See, in the fifth question, first part they are saying, as I told you earlier, we have to convert the roster form into set builder form. Okay, so we have given that here. Write each of the set given below in set builder form. See, here we need to assign some properties to the given elements. Okay, for example, here in the upon of 1, there is nothing given to us. We can assume upon 1. Observe each and every element how I can express. So first 1 upon 1 was given here. So I can write down this one as 1 upon 1 square. Similarly, 1 upon 4 I can write down 1 upon 2 square. 1 upon 9 I can write down 1 upon 3 square, and so on. If I go till 49, so 49 I can write down 1 upon 7 square. So observe, each and every time the numerator is fixed, that is 1 only, but denominator is a square of one particular term. One time it is 1, second time it is 2, third time it is 3. So see how I can define this set with the help of one property. Here 7 elements are only given, but suppose if it is given infinite, so we cannot list out all the elements. So in that case, set builder form will work here. Set A is equal to, first of all I will write down here x, means I will represent the element x for all the given elements. X is a representative of all these elements. Okay, value of x is equal to, we are seeing the value is coming in the form 1 upon square of a term. So 1 upon, I will write down here, square of n. Okay, now value of n we can define in such a way, you can take the value of n as any natural number, and the value of n can be less than or equal to 7. So now you start, the value of n is equal to 1, so it will be 1 upon 1 square, first element. Take the value of n is equal to 2, so 1 upon 2 square, that is equal to 1 upon 4, and you can go till 7 only. So one by one you will get all the elements. Similarly, let us see the part number B. See, in the part number B also we have to list out all the elements. So first of all, see, if I manipulate the given list, okay, 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2 is my first element here. So can I write down 1 upon 2 as 1 upon 1 square plus 1? Definitely yes. Okay. But this pattern we need to follow in each and every element. However, this square of 1 we can change. For example, second one, 2 upon 5. I will write down 2 upon square of 2 plus 1. Third one, you observe 3 upon square of 3 and then plus 1. Observe, it is coming 3 upon 10. And if I go in the similar way, last element 7 upon square of 7 plus 1. Means each and every time the term of numerator and this term of square is changing, but they are coming same only at both the places. So now see how we can define over here. Set B is equal to, I will say, I have the element y such that y is equal to, now observe this pattern. Okay, this 1 and 1 coming in the form of square, that is only going to change each and every time. So that I will write down as a one variable n upon n square plus 1. Okay, where I will say n you can take any natural number, but the value of n will be less than or equal to 7. So I make sure here, if n is a natural number, it will start with 100%. So the initial value we need not to define, but it can go higher value as well. So the higher value we need to, where exactly we have to stop, that I have written here, n is less than or equal to 7. If you want to cross check, once you can put up the value of n is equal to 1. So that will be 1 upon 1 square plus 1, definitely 1 upon 2. And if you put n is equal to 7, it will be 7 upon 50. Right? So this way we can write down the given set into the set builder form. Now observe the element of set C. In this set C, we have given that some typical elements. They are not forming any particular relation. But tell me one thing, if I ask you 53 is divisible by which number? Do you have 53 is divisible by any number? 59, 61 or any number coming in this list? They all are not divisible by any other number. So these are my prime numbers. Okay. So one thing, these all numbers are prime numbers. Second thing, these all numbers, you see it carefully, they all are lying between 50 to 80. So see how we can define here. I will take an element set over here and I will say z such that z is a prime number. Z is a prime number. Okay, and it can be, value of z will be more than 50 and less than 80. Okay, more than 50 means I don't mind if you take from 51, but remember it should be a prime number also. So if you go more than 50, the first number you will get 53 only, and if you go below 80, the last number will be 79. Right? Now see the part number D. In this part they are saying the value will be -1 and comma 1. So see, here we need to describe the property in such a way only these two elements should come. Okay, so see, it can be done by a quadratic equation. For example, if I take one element here a such that if I take element x square is equal to, sorry, I have taken a over there, we'll make it change over there first. Yes, if I take a, so a such that a square is equal to 1. Now try to find out the value of a. Suppose I say a square is equal to 1. Okay, so 1 I can write down as 1 square. If you remove the square from both the sides, value of a will come here plus minus of 1. You know it by the formula. If I can say the value of x square is equal to y square, then the value of x will be equal to always plus minus of y. Okay, because under square positive and negative value will be same. Negative will become positive over there. So what is the value of a coming over here? Either 1 or comma minus 1, which satisfies the given condition. So our answer is a will be as such that a square is equal to 1. And one more thing we can add over here, the a should belong to integers. Okay, a belong to z, that we can write down. Okay, now let us see the next one. 14, 21, 28, 35, 42 dash dash up till 98. So see, these all are multiples of 14, right? So how I can write down? See, multiple of 14 you can say, or multiple of 7 you can say. Sorry, multiple of 14 we can't say because 21 is not a multiple of 14. These are all multiples of 7. So E is equal to, suppose if I define one element here B such that B is equal to 7n. Okay, because they are multiple of 7. Value of n will be any natural number and the value of n less than or equal to how much? I think see, if I take 1 will not be possible, so it will come 7 because 7 they are not taking. So value of n will be more than or equal to 2, that we can say n should be more than or equal to 2. So if I take n is equal to 2, then it will be 7 into 2, 14. If I take n is equal to 3, that will be 21. If I take 4, it will be 28. So similarly, if I take the value of n, what exactly I get here? 98. I think we shall take value of n less than or equal to 14 because 14 sevens are 98. You keep here n is equal to 14. So 14 into 7 will become here 98. So this way we can write down the answer for the last part. Now students, quickly we shall see the last question of the topic. Means this particular topic is having more chapter is having more subtopics over there. So let us see last question, question number 6. In this question we have to match the following. Okay, on one side you have given the set in the form of roster form and another side it is given in the set builder form. So quickly I will match over here. Okay, see, first set is given here. I will write down the set builder form into roster form. Okay, so x is belonging to z, means x is an integer and square of x will be less than or equal to 16. So this set answer can be, I think first one is 0, then 1, 2 and then 3, and along with that negative values also can come, minus 1, minus of 2 and then minus of 3, because integer is set to us. This all numbers, if square you do it, it will come less than 16. Similarly, x square is equal to x, those numbers we required whose square is equal to them, and they are saying x belong to the set of natural number, means 0 we can't take here. So there is only one option remain, 1, because if you take 2, square of 2 will be equal to 4. So only 1 square is equal to 1. Similarly, x square is equal to 25. If you know that x square is equal to 25, 25 I can write down 5 square and the value of x in that case it will be plus minus of 5. Okay, now let us see, x belong to z, so we can take plus 5 also and we can take minus 5 also. So first value is 5 and second one is minus of 5, right? X is a factor of 18. Who can be the factor of 18? Means those number who can divide 18. So first one is 2, sorry, first one is 1, then 2, 3, then I think 6, 9, and last one is 18 itself. Okay, and then the last one they are asking, x is a letter of the word principal. So principal, if I write down all the letters, first letter will be P. Okay, first letter is here P, second one is R. Remember, we cannot repeat any letter here. Then I, N, C, then again I is coming, leave it, P is coming, you can also leave, then A, and last one is L. Now try to match. Okay, minus 5 comma 5. So I think first part is going to match with C, right? Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18. Second part is going to match with D, right? Similarly, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. It is going to match with part number A. Okay. Princical. It is going to match with part number E. We can say, and 1. Where is 1? In the part number B. Observe. If I try to match, it will match in this manner. So see students, we have completed the question number 6 over here. Now next time we shall start some more methods given in the sets. I will give you some practice question of based upon roster form and set builder form. So that question today you try to solve it. I hope definitely you would be able to solve that questions. So these questions I have taken from the reference book. NCERT question I will give you in the homework. NCERT question you are not required to write down in the classwork notebook. Okay, so that questions you can simply solve in the rough notebook. Okay, so next time we shall see some more methods in the set theory. Thank you.